Now here we go right here. You see what I'm saying? All this, they only got one charge. Closed on this day, closed on this date. One is closed on another date. I don't know. Now there's some seal shit in here, but one of them say V Gilmore, one of them say Extortion Gilmore, one of them say V Gilmore, one of them say Extortion Gilmore. So what I'm gonna do is, I already looked them up, but when you look it up and you open it, it's the same case. Now I'm gonna open this one right here. I'm gonna go to the docket information, the docket report, right? Then I'm gonna run the report. When it opened up, it's still the same case. You see it say terminated, but it's still the same case. The case was filed at the same time, terminated at the same time. Then when you go down into the docket ends early. One of the other dockets continue. But since I'm right here, I'm gonna show y'all. They said that it's fake, right? They said that it's fake, right? Let me see. It might be one here. You see right here, say 19, notice of filing of the United States motion to seal documents. Okay, so they sealed some documents and you can't see that. This case has been merged into 111 CR 374. Now, I looked that up. I could take y'all back to that one. Remember that. CR 374. And if you go back again, that's the one right here. It say CR 374. That's that one. If you open that one up, you go to the docket on that one. I'm showing y'all how to do it too. Boom, you run the report. You're going to see it's much longer. Look, it goes all the way to 2017. And once you get in there, it's still the same thing. Seal statement of reasons. It's a bunch of seal shit in here, but you can still see the plea agreement, which should be around 30. If you open it up, we're going to go ahead and address this just because I'm doing this right now. Now, they said that the paperwork is fake, okay? Now, before I open it up, I'm going to show you the paperwork. This the paperwork right here. They said that the paperwork is fake, like my man said. Now, they said that this paperwork is fake, okay? This the plea agreement paperwork. The plea agreement paperwork comes from that case number. Docket 30. I'm about to open docket 30 just so you know that I'm not making it up. We don't even need to look at the paperwork no more. We're going to open docket 30. This how you work it on Pacer. Boom. Docket 30. Bam. We're going to view the document, okay? That's the documents we're in. We're going to view it from that case number, okay? That's the case number. Now, we're going to go all the way back to the top. You can't, and this go for my man that's the computer expert as well. Even if we hack it, we got to change everything about it. This the case number. When they went to back, they did a whole live, a YouTube live trying to explain the law. So they said, oh, this paperwork is fake. And when they shared it, they cut the top off. Bruh, the paperwork, first thing you should always question is when and what you are looking at. This is what you are looking at. This is the case number. This is the docket number. This is when it was filed. There are 15 pages, so you should know that if it's stolen. This is when it was filed. It's timestamp. Filed in open court on this date with this clerk from this jurisdiction. In the United States, the Eastern District, Atlanta, Alexandria Division, and I can't make this up. I can't make this up. So that's the case number. This the plea agreement. Offense and maximum penalties, they go through that. You know what I'm saying? They say that it was about 2 years and facing 20 years and such and such and such. And the factual basis of the crime, assistant and advice of counsel, all the stuff is here. So, like, we can skip through all of it. Boom. Just to show you this is the whole document, right? Just ain't nothing fake about this. This ain't fake paperwork right here. This is the real deal. The restitution is here, the attachments. They even going to go as far as saying how petty some of the stuff was. They tried to tell a story on Say Cheese like they was making some big major moves. Let me skip y'all all the way to the attachments. You'll see it for yourself. That's the judge. It's signed. I'm gonna show you their signature. They say, oh, he made the signature up. This is the places where they allegedly use the checks at, okay? All this is in pacer, bro. This is public information. I'm not breaking the law. This is not secret. Anybody who want it can go get it. And this is how you look up cases, at least if they're federal. Then you're gonna see what? The defendant's signature. She said on her junk, when I was going over this, I was teaching a class using this case. They said that he forged the signature. I cannot forge the signature on Pacer. That is her signature. She signed to this, and her counsel signed to this, and the courts agreed. That's her counsel signature. She said she's gonna get her lawyer on here, and she's gonna have her lawyer explain this. What'd that say, y'all? Defendant's cooperation, okay? I'm gonna read what it say for defendant's cooperation. I didn't say this. Hold on. Let me turn this around. I didn't make this up. I'm not joking. I'm not playing. I'm not trying to make nobody look bad. This is the agreement. Just like when you sign a car note and you agree to pay money, a certain amount of money a month, that's an agreement. That's a contract. They signed an agreement and a contract saying that they will deliver this, just like you will deliver your payment for a car note, bro. This is the type of agreement that you get when you get 5K1s and Rule 35s. That's why there are things in the docket sheet that are sealed. Now, some of it could be sealed for reasons pertaining to being hot or sensitive information, but she got dockets in here to seal this just for medical reasons. Just medical health records are being sealed. One of her medical situations in the court papers said that the medical ailment is so embarrassing that they don't want to mention it in open court. Why would you ever sign anything that says this? It says, immunity from further prosecution in the district. The United States will not further criminally prosecute the defendant in the Eastern District of Virginia for the specific conduct described in the information or statement of facts, okay? When have you known the feds to be that friendly? Let's stop there before I go to 10. Anybody that been caught up in the justice center, when did they ever say for free? And when I mean free, I ain't talking about paying in money. I'm talking about paying in labor or information. When you know the federal government, we ain't talking about no little town. You got a drunk driving charge. We talking about you got a major felony that can carry up to 20 years. And the feds say, we're gonna put in your plea agreement that you are immune from further prosecution. Can we just deal with that fact right there for 1 second? From further prosecution in this district? So any crime that was committed in that, then they say you immune. Why do they be telling people they are immune or they have immunity? They tell you you have immunity when they want you to talk about something, correct? We're gonna go to number 10. Y'all see it. Because remember, they said I made the paperwork up, but y'all see the paperwork, right? Number 10. Number 10 is on page what? Y'all say it with me. Page 7. That's where it's at. Y'all don't gotta read the whole thing. He talking about, oh, he ain't show all of it, because all of it's boring. But this is the part that let me know that you're a rat and you agree to be a rat and a working rat. The defendant agrees to cooperate fully and truthfully with the United States and provide all information known to the defendant regarding any criminal activity as requested by the government. Look at my face. The defendant agrees to cooperate fully and truthfully with the United States and provide all information known to the defendant regarding any criminal activity as requested by the government. I said I found paperwork in the law, on the law site, that says she agreed to testify in any criminal activity, what I already believed of the person. Now let's read it again. Back to number 10, we're gonna read it again just to make sure that you understand. The defendant agrees to cooperate fully and truthfully with the United States and provide all information known to the defendant. All information known to the defendant regarding any criminal activity as requested by the government. Any criminal activity this person knows about, they are to provide all of the information to the government if the government asks. And they ain't just saying how. They say in this regard right here, A, B, C, and D, okay? A, the defendant agrees to testify truthfully and completely at any grand juries, trials, or other proceedings. Bruh, not just testifying something that's right here and right now, it say to testify at any grand juries, trials, or other proceedings. The defendant agrees to be reasonably available for debriefing and pretrial conferences as the U.S. may require. And C, this is the last one I'm gonna read for you. C. And C, the defendant agrees to provide all documents, records, writings, or materials of any kind in the defendant's possession or under the defendant's care, custody, control, relating directly or indirectly to all areas of inquiry and investigation. And I showed you on Paces. So yeah, I got the paperwork because I like to sit down and read the paperwork. Like, I don't like to just be talking. You know what I mean? That they lie so much that they got two different names on the paperwork. That's why they saying, oh, he don't got the paperwork. They think because this right here made it through that I wasn't gonna find the other one. No, I'm gonna find it all. There's more to it.